Okay. I know you've read or heard about that game, movie, or comic, blah, blah, but you haven't heard it from us. So chill, relax, let us talk all about it before you log off.
That's right. The thirst is absolutely real, everybody. I'm Sir Aaron Carter, and you are listening to Before You Log Off. And I am here, of course, with the internationally known Stephen Gutierrez.
What up, everybody? How's it going?
Tough as stones, Rachel.
Hey.
Wow. Okay. And the most talkative person I've ever met in my life, can't get her to be quiet.
Yeah.
Intern Beth down there. All right. And that's all.
No words from her. Okay.
I think
smug look like she's tired of your shit.
She might be upset. And rightly so. It's because, as you guys know, I am a huge Batman fan. And the disturbing news that I heard about one of my favorite superheroes and the things that he will not do that's been going around the internet is upsetting. If you haven't heard, Warner Brothers or DC, I don't know who made the call, during the show Harley Quinn cartoon, amazing cartoon, by the way. If you've never seen the cartoon, you got to go see it because it's great. So what, 2 seasons, 3 seasons? What are they on?
They're working on the 3rd season right now. And that was that scene is supposed to be in the 3rd season.
Oh, so are they going to, is it a chance to make up? I thought it was supposed to be in the 2nd season, but then they scrapped it.
No. They're making it for the 3rd season right now. And DC was like, wait, hold up. Batman doesn't do that.
Okay,
heroes don't do that.
First of all heroes do that. I don't care who you are.
This is why the girls like the villains better.
Wow. So what we're referring to is DC decided to not have Batman fully commit to his
coitus.
Yes, his partner Catwoman. Here's some reasons they could have given that could have justified it.
No.
Hold on.
There's no reason.
Hear me out. One, they just got through in a gigantic battle, and she's wearing hot and sweaty leather, and it's swamp season downtown. It's one.
It's never stopped them from a girl doing that to a guy.
Oh, no. She could have had the same excuse for him. That leather? No.
Yeah, but in the past, in past comics, they never had that. So they can't use that as a valid excuse.
I'm just saying.
Wait, been in past comics?
Pretty sure.
I don't know.
It had to be in like some sort of like hero context. Maybe not between Batman and Catwoman, but I know it's been there somewhere.
I'm just going to say that in canon, in canonical Batman comic book history, he does and has frequently as with his whole rogues gallery, every single one. It's how you keep them in check, basically. You know. What do you think?
Excuse me. Do you see the women that Batman tends to date? They're all doms. He's totally the sub.
But here's think about this one. Think about this one. Who do you think would actually win in a physical fight between Ivy and Batman? Somebody that can control plants, basically is immortal, has pheromones that can control your mind and do like poisonous kisses and stuff.
Poison Ivy.
All right?
Yeah, that's why he's the sub.
So why do you think she hasn't killed him yet? Because power of the mouth. That's what it is. Yeah. He's that good at it. He's not the world's greatest detective. He's the world's greatest cunnilinguist. That's what he is. That's what he is. So watch your tongues out there. He knows the alphabet
very well.
Yeah. He just does bat signals inside the whole time.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Traces the bat symbol. Hilarious.
Yeah. Go look at Batman Begins again. And when Alfred is like, "Why bats, sir?" And he's like, "They frighten me. That's why I do them all the time." Inside.
That's horrible. That's so horrible.
Time to share my pain with.
Because now it's stuck in my head. Like I'm envisioning. Is that even possible?
I mean, practice makes perfect.
Yes.
I mean, he went around the world for years, man. He had to learn it. He went around the world for years. Come on. You thought he was learning how to fight? Mm-mm.
Dude, man, I'm drinking. You can't be saying shit like that mid sip, right?
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right, everybody. So E3 happened
today. It's gonna be a great show.
E3 happened, everybody, and we totally neglected the whole thing last episode.
We forgot it even happened.
Now,
showed it.
To be honest, was it our fault though? Exactly.
That Sunday.
The main stuff didn't really happen. One, and then two, it was kind of meh. Like I don't know. Okay, let's start off the top. Memorable things, Rachel, from E3 that you took away. It's already passed, so of course, there's no spoilers, and there wouldn't be anyway. But yeah, memorable thing you took away from E3 this year, 2021.
Honestly, only two things actually stuck out to me. The fact that they're introducing Pirates of the Caribbean to Sea of Thieves,
which we'll get to. Yes.
Yeah, I have something to say about that, which I think is kind of fucked up.
Okay.
And then also Metroid, after 20 years, they're actually making another game with Samus. That's not Smash Brothers.
Yeah. That was actually a lot of fans got hyped for that one.
My buff space lady. Oh no, Aaron.
Well, no,
this is why we're rivals in that Wilderness game.
Wow. I like Metroid. I do. Literally, I played it on stream. I played Fusion and beat the whole game. That was my
game.
That was my very first Metroid that I beat all the way through. Because every other one, I get to like a certain point, I'm like, I don't feel like going back and forth and getting stuff anymore. So, but I kind of wanted a Metroid Prime game, the first person 3D Metroid game again. And I understand the classic is the side scroller one, and that's what they're gonna do, and that's what everybody wanted.
Side scroller? I want Metroid Prime.
Yeah, see? No, they're doing it's Metroid Dread, and it's going to be a side scroller.
The Metroidvania.
Yeah, that's a Metroidvania. Yeah, that's
how Metroid's supposed to be played.
I want some Death Stranding type of graphics for this.
Oh yeah, no, you're not getting that.
Yeah, you're not getting
Bummer.
You're not getting that. Yeah.
All right, E3 canceled. Nothing great.
They're going old school. They're going and you know what? I think so. I want to say that people really just wanted kind of the classic thing, and I feel like Nintendo was gonna go in the new way, like in the new direction, and then they're like, nah, let's go ahead and let's put it back to whatever.
Maybe this is like kind of like testing the water to see how like Samus will do with the newer generation, and if there's like more interest and like it does well, maybe they'll do like a bigger game like Metroid Prime. Wishful thinking.
They already announced a fourth one, Metroid Prime. They just haven't shown anything.
Yeah, but so they basically skipped and went Metroid 5, basically, is what we're doing.
I think they did that last year, or it might have been 2019. But I know they just showed the 4, the Metroid Prime 4 or whatever was it.
So I didn't watch. Did you guys watch the Nintendo Direct?
No, I just saw like the announcements and everything everybody was posting.
Yes, I did.
So, Steven, did they show any handheld things? There's no handheld anymore, right? It's just the Switch.
They did not.
Well, Switch is handheld technically now.
So maybe they're just done with like
DS,
a straight dedicated handheld. That's it, right?
Well, they kind of just combined their. Like,
I get it.
They just combined it. Yeah, they didn't.
So are we? Can somebody confidently say that there will be no more handheld devices going forward?
No.
Well, I know they're doing like another version of the Switch. Wasn't there like Switch Lite, and it was like a smaller version of the Switch, and it was only handheld?
Yeah, the Switch Lite was the Joy-Cons were stuck to it, so it was permanently.
Yeah, You couldn't use it.
Version of the Switch.
There's no way to hook it up to a TV?
You can, but you have to use different Joy-Cons. You can't use the ones that are on the Switch thing, which I think are already activated.
Yeah, your face does not look like you agree with this at all, Aaron.
Because I mean,
that's on the DS Lite, though. I mean, the regular or DS Lite, Jesus, the Switch Lite on the regular Switch, you're fine. You can do either one, and they haven't discontinued those, and they probably won't unless they come out with another version, like Rachel was saying, or I don't know if they're gonna do like another slim version of it. But I mean, it's already been out for 5 years, and I didn't even realize that.
Right?
That it's been 5 years out, and just they haven't announced like another system or changing anything.
Yep.
I didn't get mine until like 3 years ago, I think.
Well, I still haven't picked one up. My brother still has. I think he has. I know he has one, but he's been playing PC games as of late. So I just don't. I don't know. I haven't really seen a reason for me to get one. And especially, I was gonna say, especially a lot of the games that we play together are just been on the PC.
Yeah, and like honestly, like I have a Switch, so if we ever did want to do like a multiplayer party game, we could just use mine. So there's really no reason for you to get one unless you like to play games like all the Mario games on there or Animal Crossing.
And Animal Crossing definitely not. Nothing against Animal Crossers, all right? Nothing against Animal Crossers.
There was a lot of hate. You're like, I would never.
Aaron, you got to change the name of the stream. You're still in Wilder Myth.
Oh, we're just in Wilder Napalm? Good Lord. Okay.
Sorry, we're very organized right now.
Yeah. Sorry, I just noticed that.
So nothing against, nothing against, whatchamacallit, Animal Crossing, but it's just, I kind of am like, what do we do? Like, we're just gonna farm here? Is that what we're gonna? Pay rent?
Yeah, that's what Animal Crossing is all about.
I do that in life. So right now, I kind of just
hang on a second.
Want to.
Oh, okay. We had a guest in our stream for a second. Then she ran away. I think she realized. Yeah, I think she realized
she did the whole thing where it's like you walk into the scene in the back of the Zoom call, you're like, oh, and then slowly backs away.
For those that don't know, we do the show live on twitch.tv/before you log off. That's why we get live reaction stuff that, people walking into the room and everything like that. So yeah, it's fine.
The show goes on.
Yeah, the show goes on. So your big things were Metroid and Captain Jack Sparrow, correct?
Yeah. Well, like, I guess because like on the list they say The Sims, the new expansion pack for that, so that's the biggest thing for me. But they didn't really announce it at E3. It was like right before. So.
Okay. Steven, what you get? Big takeaway from the E3.
I'm really curious about this vampire game that Microsoft announced with the studio, I think, that did Dishonored.
Oh, the 4-player ones with the yeah. Oh, it looks like 4 players.
More information about it, because I did dig the CG trailer, and it caught my interest. But I definitely want to see gameplay before I can decide whether to buy. But it's got my attention.
Wait,
I can't even remember the name.
What's it called?
That's a tough one.
Red Fall.
That sounds right. Yeah, I think it sounds right. Redfall, but that's probably wrong. With were they in England?
I don't know where they were. I mean, it's that was it Arcane Studios, the developer. I think they're with Bethesda in association.
Yeah, it's called Redfall. Yeah, it's called Redfall. Open world co-op shooter coming summer of 2022. So
that sounds pretty cool.
I'm all about the co-op, and it seems like these characters have different abilities, and I mean that's a bonus for me because that gives you the different types of gameplay, almost like Borderlands style. You know what I mean? Like each character does something different, and then a vampire game I haven't really played, and I'm kind of curious how this is compared to like a zombie game or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the only like vampire game I've ever played was Blood Rain. So
Really?
That's an older one.
Yeah, that's way back in the day.
Yeah.
Don't watch that movie.
I've watched them all.
Thank you.
Four.
Yes, you should watch them all. Yes.
No, you shouldn't. It was the worst thing ever.
Those are classic video game movies. What are you talking about?
Fun fact: the director of those movies has me blocked on Twitter.
Fun fact:
yes,
you are the blessed one. Then that's what that is. Because I hear he's a terrible person, but
oh yeah. That's
actually whatever.
That makes sense.
He's a terrible person that makes terrible garbage movies.
I don't understand how he got the license to so many freaking video game movies, though.
I don't know. I think it's because like nobody wanted them at the time. That's why.
Because he did Far Cry. He did. Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, he did like
Far Cry game.
Did like that Typing of the Dead or that House of the Dead or whatever it was that was off a video game.
That was terrible.
He did like, I know there's two other ones he did too. What was that one that's kind of like Postal? He did Postal, which is off a video game. It's just, yeah, that dude, I bet you he made a ton of money too, because those games were relatively popular at their times, and he probably made all the cash off of it. So
I just remember like being a kid and I went to Blockbuster and I saw those Blood Rain movies. I was like, oh yeah, I'm so excited. I love her. No, I was a sad child. So disappointed.
Sound like you were happy after you watched them. That's what I'm taking away
Definitely
from everything.
not.
That's what I'm taking away from them. Yeah, that game Redfall though, they got 4 main characters as on their website. No real like details about each of the characters, but what we got from the trailer though is like there's a character named Devander Crowsley. He kind of looks like your soldier type of character, kind of all around, maybe has extra ammo packs or something like that. He had a gun that had stakes in it.
Oh, yes. Steak Man, yep.
Layla Ellison, chick with that I was digging her hair big time.
The one they showed like right in the beginning, right? Like
yeah.
on the counter. Yeah.
She can make like constructs or whatever with the little purple constructs. Looks like a Green Lantern, but purple. Because remember she made like elevators or whatever, or she made an elevator.
So will this be kind of like Left 4 Dead with zombies, but the characters have their own powers or like special abilities?
Probably. I'm not sure though. That's the thing. I'm not sure if they're gonna go Left 4 Dead style or if they're gonna go Borderlands style.
I don't know. Maybe since it's open world, it'd probably be Borderlands then.
I hope so.
Is it open world?
I think that's what Steven said in the beginning.
I don't know if it's open world. I might have misspoke.
Maybe I misheard.
No, you are correct. You are correct. An open world co-op shooter.
Okay, yeah, then it's probably definitely gonna be like Borderlands, which
what the heck? Open world.
I feel like every game is trying to do open world now. It's hard.
Why limit your
I'm not opposed. I'm not like opposed to it at all, but I know that's also like a bigger strain on developers.
True.
Like look at what happened to Cyberpunk.
Yeah, unfortunate for those guys.
Yeah.
But they got Bethesda. They got Bethesda on their back, so maybe they got a little more resources than the Cyberpunk guys do. Or maybe they got like the resources like the Grand Theft Auto people, and they can, kind of do that.
Bethesda's got the power of Microsoft.
Ooh, Grand Theft Auto, but vampires? Yes.
That would be dope. That would be dope. I don't understand why Grand Theft Auto never did like a season or a little special event where they had zombies going around the full world. And whenever you log in, you just had zombie specific stuff.
And then you have zombie hookers.
Wow.
I feel like it would have been better in Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, they did have that though.
They had the zombie one, yes.
But
vampires, I think that would be doper in Red Dead Redemption. It would just it'd be more
just
fun.
Underused in part 2. They didn't really keep going like they did with part 1. Because part 1 they came out with good DLC, and then part 2 they just they left. They were like, we're just doing Grand Theft Auto, guys.
I think it was because that crunch. There's so much stuff inside Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
That if they did add a DLC, they would have to go back and like tweak stuff to make it fit whatever DLC.
Recode everything.
Like, nah, I'm not doing this.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good game though.
I did actually forget a game that I'm excited for that was announced during E3.
Which was
WarioWare. Have you ever played WarioWare?
Yeah, no, I like WarioWare. That's a fun game. It actually was one of the first games that I played on the Game Boy Advance way back in the day.
Game Boy Advance?
Yeah, WarioWare.
Wait, I only played on the Wii.
WarioWare GBA.
I think they had a DS game.
Yeah, no, that's when it. I think that was the very first one when it came out. It was WarioWare on the Game Boy Advance. Yeah.
Oh dang, yeah, no, I only played it on the Wii, but like I remember in high school, me and my friends were super obsessed with it. So after school, we just all hang out and play that and like Rock Band. So
it was good. Like 2-second games. You just quickly get in, do your thing, and like I don't know, it was really fun.
When it comes out, though, we're gonna have to have a get together, and we're gonna play that.
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm down. I've only played a demo of WarioWare, and I forget if it was on. I think it was on the original Wii.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and it was like just a few like quick mini games because it was on the GameStop demo system unit that was there. That was my only interaction with WarioWare. I've never played a Wario game. For the longest, I always just thought it was like a Super Mario game.
Yeah, I mean, technically it is just with new powers. But the WarioWare is different.
Not the mini games. Yeah, just
no, the WarioWare is totally different. It's its own beast, and it's a good little franchise. It's a good little franchise.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. So if it comes out, I'll play it.
Let's talk a little bit about the Square Enix part of E3. When they came out with, of course, 7 to 12 different Final Fantasies, because that's just how Square Enix rolls. I mean, if you don't do Final Fantasy, are you even a Square Enix?
Are you even Enixing, bro?
But they also came out with a Guardians of the Galaxy game that both upset me in the beginning. No. I'm sorry. This was a missed opportunity. This was a gigantic missed opportunity.
Okay, what was that? All right.
So the game to me looks good. The game looks really good, right? Yes. I like the graphics. I like the environments. I like that they're putting in characters that you normally wouldn't see from the Marvel universe. They're putting them in the game and stuff like that. But why isn't this game a 4-player co-op game?
It's not.
Why? No, this is a single. You are only Star-Lord. You don't even get to control the other Guardians. So the to me, I feel like when games do this, like why would I ever play a Ninja Turtles game that isn't co-op? Like I just want to be the one person. Why are you gonna make a game about a team, and then I can only be one part of the team?
Oh,
that doesn't make any sense to me.
More Mass Effect-y.
That's I was gonna say
versus 4-player team Borderlands style game. They just wanted it to be single player, but like they added dialogue choices.
But yeah, you had a whole bunch of stuff that could lend itself to actually being, because you got like combo moves that you can do with your team. The thing that I thought was actually pretty dope, and I kind of wish was like it just fits in this game, is whenever Star-Lord does his like special and then they play the licensed music that went along with the battle. Like I thought that was dope. Like I really like when licensed music is in video games. That was literally what got me into Borderlands when they played that Ain't No Rest for the Wicked song. When I kept hearing that over and over when I was working at GameStop when they were playing the trailer before the game came out. And I remember I was hyped about the game, and I was like, if this song is not in the game, I'm gonna be upset. And then as soon as you turn on the game, they start with that song, and I was like, this is gonna be dope. It was
the intro.
The intro,
it got you pumped.
So I like that. I like that integration. But I was just like, you got a team here. Let's do a full team up. Like, I would love to play this with friends, traversing the galaxy, doing missions and stuff like that. That'd be dope. Why wouldn't you do that? But Square Enix was like, nah, we're just gonna make this single player, sir. Like, we can't do it that way. So
that's kind of a bummer. But you know what? The multiplayer in Avengers, I'm like, okay, maybe we should lay off the multiplayer for a little bit.
That's probably why they did it.
So, but yeah,
probably
that was such a disaster.
I thought also, though, I really thought also that it was going to be a thing where they were just DLC for the Avengers game.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people complain about that, and they're like, "Oh, this should have just been a DLC." Which, maybe, but I don't know, man.
Well, if they were dropping every single one of those characters, like if they dropped, what is it, five characters in this one? So
Rocket, Groot, Gamora, Drax, and Star-Lord.
Yeah. I really love the character models for all of them too. Like they look good.
They look really good.
I think this is not going to be. I feel like it's not going to be what it could have been. Put it that way.
I have higher hopes for it than the Avengers did, at least.
Well, that's a low bar. I mean, it's like saying I got higher hopes for the next piece of crap that I have to do tomorrow because I ate chili today.
I mean, honestly, after a lot of the releases that we've had, my bar, like, the bar is on the ground. Like, there is no bar.
And it's sad because it's Square Enix, and they were such a, they are such a, high-tier developing group. So now you guys have licensed things that you can take, and you're dropping the ball? Like, what happened? What happened to you, Square? What happened to you? They took Mario and did good one time. They did Mario 3v3 basketball, remember?
That was them?
That was them.
I was kind of hoping that they would do another one of those.
See? So they're not incapable of taking licenses and
I don't want
making good games.
I want 3-on-3 basketball or the Super Strikers.
The soccer
one?
Yeah. Didn't they do 2 of that already?
I think they had a sequel for the Wii because I think the original one was GameCube. And I think they came out with a sequel on the Wii. But after that, they just kind of dropped it and left it alone. But yet they keep coming out with damn golf every console iteration.
Their golf game is pretty great.
I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying it's, but you know what I mean? Like they should just come out with another of the sports franchise. They just been showing love to the golf. They need to bring back the soccer and like the basketball was just dope and it was for their handheld. So imagine like getting that team again and then saying, hey, develop it for the Switch where you have the motion controls, you have all this other stuff, the graphics and stuff, you can use it and make it better than what you already had.
So Reflect Prism in chat is saying because no one wants co-op anymore. Squiggles in chat is saying that's why we're waiting on Dark Alliance, a good multiplayer. I think I still feel like the multiplayer or the co-op space is still like young and yet to be untapped. We're currently going through a game right now called Wilder Myth, which I think is doing some really cool things when it comes to storytelling, and then it added in multiplayer co-op as well, up to 5 players co-op, which is crazy.
So when you first showed us that game, you're like, oh, I have a new game for us to play. I looked at it, I was like, that looks okay.
Wow.
I'm just going to set my phone to the side. I didn't read that. You'll never know.
Wow.
But actually playing it, it's really, really good. Like if you guys like D&D and just like playing multiplayer games like with your friends, like chill ones, definitely pick that up.
And we got to play maybe 2 hours, 3 hours of the game. And it literally is just kind of like it's a D&D feel when it comes to story.
Longer,
it was definitely longer.
Well, the cool thing was because we played when you got off too, Rachel, but we played the same campaign, and it's still story was whole differently. The story came out totally different. and we got to get you in on that one because we haven't moved past the first chapter.
Mission.
Yeah, we haven't moved. We just kind of stayed around wandering and trying to look at things and see what we missed.
Hopefully my character has better luck this time.
So let's recap real quick then on what happened when we played this game. So this game starts every character off as a farmer. So everybody in the game is a farmer. That's how you start off at your adventure. Eventually, my character went on to become a warrior. Steven's character went on to become a ranger? Or is it the ranger?
The ranger.
And then Rachel's character went on to become old. And
no, I was a mystic. So basically there was this option, and like we were like traveling and we see these stones and there's these spirits dancing around the stones. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. Let's join them. So I went ahead and joined them, and I went to a time vortex, and I came out like 12 years older?
12 years older.
Was it 12? Okay.
It was 12, yeah.
Because she was in her 20s.
And then I became 32, 33, and then we did like a time skip, like 9 years into the future.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And then I was like, 44, and your retirement age is 45. I was like, well, this character is short-lived.
It's crazy too. But here's the thing. That was her decision. She saw the dancing ghosts in the forest and was like, let's go with them.
It gives you a percentage of how successful it's going to be. And I think mine was like, 50%, and I was like, you know what, I like those odds, let's try it.
Yeah,
you had
and those
51%, and they robbed you of 10 years of your life.
And then the Gorgon latched onto my character and like fucked up my face, and then it started crystallizing over like half of my face, and I became like an old lady Two-Face.
Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens when you mess with the Gorgon. That
campaign said, you know what? Fuck you specifically, Rachel.
I had the lucky characteristic too. Did shit.
Oh man.
It's a very good game. We're definitely gonna be playing more of it. We played, so when it was just me, Jerry, and Steven, when you got off, Rachel, just to kind of see how everything will still mix up. Steven's character is dead.
Like right off the bat, bad fight. It's Aaron's fault.
No, it's not.
Completely Aaron's fault.
Wow.
Aaron's like, let me just open this door and not fight anything. Fucking monster just come right at me and then crits on me, takes my character out, and then I make a second character and misspell my name.
Yeah, so now he's Steven with two S's. Steven. He has a stutter.
Steven.
It's a stutter. But number 2.
Oh my goodness.
Me and Jerry's character walked off into the woods, and Jerry started hearing some like deity speaking to him, and it was just like, say my name. And then Jerry's character just says the thing's name, and boom, Jerry turns into a werewolf. And he is just Wolfhead man now.
Yeah,
so like
nice.
His character is but only the head. His hands are just human. His rest of his body is
legs are human.
Yeah, legs. Yeah, he's just Wolfhead. So he's got an extra move because he can bite people and he can like move as well after he attacks.
So he's like those animal people in My Hero Academia. Human body, animal head.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And then my character's gone too because I was having dreams, which turned out to be visions, and I met this old lady in this cabin or something like that. And I decided to stay with her and train with her to work out all these visions. So I leave the group like permanently. But my character holds off invasions of monsters. So like when monsters try to invade the land, sometimes my character will stop the invasion, and then you'll see my character pop up because of my precognition abilities. And I'm helping out. Cool, so I was like, that's cool. And I was like, I'll get another character later when we recruit more or whatever. So technically right now we just have Wolfman and Steven.
Steven.
Yeah. But it's a good game. I can't wait. We haven't even done any of the other new chapters that we unlocked from the first time we played. So we still got a lot of content to go through. And now that we know how to play the game a little bit more, it's going to be fun. And actually, funny because that wraps into kind of E3. That game was shown at E3 or during the indie game stuff.
I was gonna say indie games, nice.
Yep, and so we got to actually play, and I would probably say that's one of the best ones that came out of E3 that I've seen.
Out of nowhere, because I never even heard of it. Aaron, you just literally was like, "Oh, I found this game and I got it. Let's play it."
Did you find it because of E3?
No, I literally am constantly, almost every other day, I always look for what new co-op games are out there. Because I just, me, I really love co-op games. So when I saw that one, and then I saw that it's a story mixed with co-op, and your character can like grow older. They if you want them to have kids, they can have kids. Like your lineage can go down. It's always random and procedurally generated, so you're getting a different story every single time you're playing the game. You can have interactions and relationships with either NPCs or the people that are in your actual group. I was like, yeah, that's dope. You're getting Mass Effect type of stuff, when it comes to the relationship thing, but you're playing co-op. So like Rachel and I are rivals in the game, for whatever reason. But but wow, how dare you? But there's bonuses to certain things, or not even bonuses. There's augmentations to that. So I can't remember what it was between ours, but it's something like if you and I are adjacent from each other and the enemies in between, something happens or something like that. I can't remember. So it's cool, and then it's a cool thing to explore different ways to do different things, and I don't know. I really enjoy this game so far, and now that we all have the game, thank
you again for that.
No problem. We could play it without lagging so much on the freaking stream because that was ridiculous.
That was a struggle. That was bad.
Well, one cool thing that's dope about the game, Rachel, that you didn't get to see because you were offline is now that you have the game, we all move basically at the same time. So like we all can, we all do our own stuff. Like we don't have to wait turns and stuff like that. Everybody just goes and does their stuff. And then when we're all done, when all our team is done with their moves, then the enemy goes and they do all their stuff. And then it's back to us again. So,
that's really cool.
Yeah, and we figured out a lot of stuff like fortifying bases. We get villagers that live there and will fight for the base and stuff like that. So
that's what we were lacking last time.
Yeah, we were lacking a lot of stuff. We just went straight at the boss and was like, let's fight him.
Yeah,
because it gives you that sense of urgency in a game when it's like, oh, you have a life. And days tick down and you get older and you are going to retire someday. So you have that sense of urgency of like, oh crap, I got to get things done. That's what I'm thinking our mindset was in the beginning, right? When we're playing the game. I know Rachel's, yours were, because you're like, it's going to take 7 days to get there. I'm 48.
It's because I was 43. My character was going to retire and be done at 45. But so the cool thing is, the cool thing is, I really like, is that you get those side missions, and then if you do good in them, you can get 10 plus years retirement. So if you're already like old as shit as like my character who's about to retire, she actually wouldn't retire for another 10 years, so it would be like 55.
Yeah.
And it just keeps prolonging and from the keep racking up those years.
From the developer, not diaries, but whatever they put on their Steam page, there's some things there's some choices that may even get you like hundreds of years more extra, depending on what you are. So I was like,
we become immortal.
Yeah. So but I don't know, because it's not the werewolf thing, because when Jerry got his, it only gave him 10 extra years. So I was like, okay, so it's not a werewolf, which I would think, aren't you immortal if you're a werewolf?
No.
It depends
not
on
usually.
Who's riding it.
Like the Lycans in Underworld. Yeah. They were immortal, right?
No, they died.
I mean,
they can be killed.
They lived long.
They can be killed, but being immortal, like you don't die from sickness or old age.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So
in Skyrim, you're immune to sick and disease or whatever.
Yeah, I think it just depends on the writer.
I wonder if there's vampires in the game. Is that maybe that's one of the things?
Okay, if there's werewolves, there's definitely vampires.
Rachel's goth instincts kicked in.
That'd be cool.
She swooped her hair and was like, "Oh God."
So if you like co-op games out there, it's like literally it was only $20. It's called Wilder Myth. It's on Steam. I would say check it out, people, because it is a really good indie game.
Only one person needs to buy it on Steam.
Yeah, only one person needs to buy it. Yeah,
they just gotta have strong internet.
I think you can even do it as like solo player, because you can make extra people in your like group and everything on your team, and it can just be controlled by the computer. So if you don't have friends, you can still play it.
Yeah, and make friends in the game, I guess. There you go.
Yeah. Friends were the werewolves you made along the way.
That's terrible. That sounds like the excuse a werewolf would make to justify his terrible deeds.
Sharing is caring.
That's terrible. So I just spread my disease everywhere.
Yeah.
What else came out of? Let's talk a little bit about the Captain Jack Sparrow. We didn't get to that, and that's coming out literally Monday or like Tuesday or something like that, right? Wait, today, as of today, today's the 18th. It comes out on the 22nd. Quick maths, 4 days.
Yes.
So
I'm very excited for it.
I'm super excited for it. Rachel, you weren't even there. Where were you when we were watching it live?
What was I doing?
Yeah.
You taxes.
Oh no. You know what? I don't remember. I think I was with Rosie. We were hanging out with her daughter.
Oh, okay. So I see Rosie, more important.
Rosie and Lena. Yeah.
I get it. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Thanks, Rosie.
We were a crew.
Yeah, but
hey, she's she's part of the OG crew, 20 years going. So,
I mean, first of all, if we would have been 20 years too if we got invited to anything, but clearly,
wow, I didn't know you until like 3 years ago.
I'm just saying,
how am I supposed to invite you to something when
I'm sorry.
Didn't know who you were?
I'm sorry. When I was younger, I used to just throw out random invitations to a bunch of people to my birthday parties. Yep. And that way I know.
I didn't even know Sacramento existed at that age.
That way I know that in the future, if you didn't get it, it's not my fault. It's just because you didn't get the invitation. I put it out in the world. I put it out in the world. Do you
guys hear what I have to put up with?
I'm just saying.
Every time.
And you know what? That was 6-year-old Aaron. That was 6-year-old Aaron.
Aaron,
that's what that was.
This is why I wasn't part of the group during E3.
So we were during E3. It was me, Steven, Jerry, and Emma watching the events take. Or the announcements happen live, and we were watching the Sea of Thieves one go down, right? And it building up to it, and I was like, "It's Jack Sparrow. Like it's got to be Jack Sparrow."
Oh yeah.
And they go down there and they show him, and I was like, I'm hyped already. I'm getting it. Day one, I got to jump back on or whatever. And then I was like, while they were still showing stuff, I was like, you know what'll seal the deal even more? Show me Davy Jones. And then all of a sudden, like 2 seconds later, he shows up on screen, and I was like, there it is. There it is. They literally took a perfect blend of an already established series and then an already established gaming series, and they perfectly blended them together.
Dude, it's so perfect. I'm so glad they did this.
Yeah, good choice.
So I do have a question, because technically Davy Jones was already in the game. The Dutchman, he's on the ghost ship. He doesn't look like Davy Jones in the Pirates of the Caribbean. Are they like two different characters now, or?
He's on the. Where is he at on the ghost ship?
When you die,
Oh,
he's
yeah. When you die, maybe they'll rename that guy. Maybe he's the imposter. Or maybe it's I don't know how they're gonna. Because the story's gonna do it.
Yeah, because like in Pirates of the Caribbean, like anybody could be like the new, Davy Jones. Like they just have to take his spot and kill him.
Ooh, what if that's the thing in the game? And
that'd be pretty cool.
Sea of Thieves, you actually have to kill him, and then you become the new.
We've never even unlocked his missions.
No, we never did.
That's true.
We are so behind. We are crazy behind on DLC on that one. And
the last time we played was before they came out with dogs, so it's been a hot minute.
Oh, I gotta buy a dog too. That's right.
Yeah, and we gotta shoot him out of a cannon.
Do they have dogs with eye patches?
They probably do. Like it's just like a cosmetic you have to buy for the pets.
I might have to do that. I might have to go full dog eye patch and everything.
My cat has eye patch.
Yeah, but we don't talk about cats on
Yeah, we do. If they're a cat woman.
That's a cat woman.
Yeah, I got a one-eyed monkey.
That's a different. It's a different.
Steven.
It's different.
What?
Steven.
I do.
Though, okay, so now that they have like Pirates of the Caribbean, know what I wish they would have? Because like I've talked about with you guys, but obviously I haven't said on the podcast. Is if they introduce like the Peter Pan, like they had a Peter Pan type of DLC, but they didn't do Peter Pan. They did the Hook movie. So Peter Pan was like Robin Williams. Hook was whatever that guy. I don't know his actual actor name, and then they also
Dustin
had Rufio.
Hoffman?
Yeah,
I don't know his name. I don't know actor's name.
Bad form,
I know
Rachel.
who Dustin
Bad
Hoffman
form.
is, but I forget that was his
Bad form.
Anyways,
Rachel.
and then they have Rufio, and then they have the Mermaid Cove, and then we can explore the mermaids in the game some more. Ooh, and then like the Megalodon and Kraken, we have the giant alligator chasing your ship, and before you see it, you hear the tick-tock, like you hear the clock ticking.
You know what? I really would like to see that in the game. Honestly, I would like to see that.
And I want to explore the mermaids in it more. Like, I feel like all we see is them like saving us when we fall off the ship.
Well, how are they going to explain the mermaids? Wait, because they're evil in this next one.
Bad.
Yeah, they're bad guys in this next one. Because with
they're bad guys?
Did you not see that? Yeah, they attack you underwater. They attack you underwater.
There's different types of mermaids. Like, like there's like more like the, I guess like Ariel, Little Mermaid, and there's like the sirens, and then there's also like the kind of like more sea creature-y type of one. So maybe it's just a different species.
I think
so. These ones are fish heads, human bodies.
I think that would be a perfect update, or perfect next update after the Jack Sparrow thing, to like one up it type of thing. Like, oh yeah, we did this. Now we're doing this. Like it
has to be the Hook version. Like we got to have Rufio and.
I just want to hit the good form. Good form.
Yes.
That would be so dope. That would be so dope to go up against Captain Hook, the Dustin Hoffman Captain Hook. Yeah, that needs to be happening. And you know what? It's possible now because that's Disney, right? Like, doesn't Peter Pan? It's owned by Disney. Wait, is Hook Disney though too?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay, so then it's possible, and we can bring back Rufio for a voice acting gig.
Dante always needs work. He always
Bosco needs some. Yeah. Get some more money in his pocket.
But I did want to say the thing that I thought was kind of shitty about the Pirates of the Caribbean DLC. That's not Johnny Depp voicing Jack Sparrow, so he's like totally like off Pirates of the Caribbean right now, and I feel like that's kind of like he got really fucked over from that Amber Heard divorce.
Yeah, but I mean, what are you gonna do? He was done. I think he's not gonna come back for a video game. I feel like the guy does a decent movies. I feel like the guy does a decent job as the voice of Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, but they're like using his likeness and everything, and it's like I get that, like it's a Disney character. But I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of like shitty because he just got like falsely accused, and like his like movie career kind of got like I don't know, super messed up during that time, and I feel like he hasn't really fully recovered.
Yeah, I mean he will in the future. He'll land on his feet. He'll be and then it'll be even 10 times better when that secret reveal of him being Jack Sparrow again at the end of whatever next Pirates happen. So
the next reboot, whatever happens, just old man Jack.
So, what do you guys want to see out of the whole thing, though? Out of this DLC, like, what is the main thing you want to take away besides the introduction of the characters? Any items or anything you want to see?
Well, the compass, that's a staple. The one that points you to whatever you desire or whatever. I mean, obviously, it's probably just going to be a regular compass if they put it in, but that would be a cool little skin to add.
I think it'd be cool to have like the Black Pearl, either as like a separate ship that you're kind of like chasing from, or eventually you can have as a skin to like decorate your own ship.
Mm-hmm. I want to see more landmass. I want to see the whole city of Tortuga and be able to go around that.
The big main.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
And I hope they start integrating more like port cities, like that you can go around and actually interact with, maybe some some NPCs to pick up quests and stuff like that. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Ooh, I wonder if since they have that, I wonder if they would have the British Naval Army or whatever. What are they called?
Oh, you know what? Yes.
God.
Yeah. Another bad guy.
Indian Trading Company or whatever.
Yeah.
I said that a long time ago when we first were playing it. I was like, they need some type of police service, for lack of a better, word for it, that's cruising around. You're pirates, right? And they had people that were pirate hunters. So let's go out there. Where are they? So if they had like an actual naval fleet type of thing that comes after you if you, steal too much or
if you're attacking too many other people who are actually on the server, they'll start coming after you.
Have people put bounties on your head and stuff like that.
We could raid cities too if they enter those in, and then the naval come after us after we raid a whole city.
You know what I want?
That'd be dope.
The swinging ropes, like like in Pirates of the Caribbean, you can swing from one boat to another.
Yeah.
Climb up on the mast and just like swing. I think that would be cool for PvP. Because everybody's trying to shoot themselves out of the damn boats all the time. Imagine if you could swing and hop down. That'd be fucking awesome.
And if they really wanted to do that, like make it like super easy, they could just make it like a little handheld grappling hook or something.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
According to their the website, and then we even mentioned that they're going to be doing like the ghost pirates now in there that you can be fighting. Because before they were just like things you could see, and then you could fight the ghost ships, but the ghost pirates are actually going to be things
the guy
you fight.
From Lord of the Rings, got it.
Yeah, basically. What, the third one? Was that what that was? It was the third one where they flooded over? They all just. It's all the same story.
It's all the same.
Wow, no, it's not. I dare you.
Oh, they're keeping it. They're keeping it close to the chest. There's nothing on their website about the content that's going to be in there. I know it's just telling you there's a story. Like now we got
Barbosa.
He's my favorite though.
He's good.
Over Davy?
No,
Barbosa's my favorite.
No, but he's also a staple of the series.
He is.
And it's like because in the series he goes from like being the main bad guy, to kind of just being this thorn in Jack Sparrow's side and vice versa. Then they team up to take on fucking Davy Jones, and then that dude becomes a
naval officer. Yeah,
and tracks down Jack Sparrow and stuff.
Yeah.
And he loses a leg. Yeah. Like it's a whole there's a whole thing he's throughout the whole series. So like he needs to be, whether he's just an NPC there and you can maybe get his outfit or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I know. I feel like if they're going to have the Black Pearl in there, like they have to have him. So.
Yeah. And I believe they do have the Black Pearl in there. So.
Yeah. So does this mean that Elizabeth, what's his face, are going to be in there?
So that was the other thing, because Emma was like, "Where's Elizabeth?" the whole time. Yeah, I didn't see her. The only person
that actually cares about her,
I mean, it's all about Jack Sparrow, and who's watching the other people? Nobody wants to see Orlando Bloom. What?
Nobody wants to see Orlando Bloom. Elizabeth, though, I can understand. She's very pretty. She has actually a pretty cool character, but it's all about the pirates.
What was her character's name?
Elizabeth.
No, it wasn't. It was forgettable.
Yeah, Elizabeth Swan.
It was forgettable. That was her name. Forgettable Swan.
You just said her. Wow.
Nobody knows her name. Wow. Yeah, it's all about the Sparrow clan. That's all it is.
They need to do is add that pirate queen, the one that united like all of Asia's ships.
Oh, she'd be really cool.
Took over everything. She just needs to be a protagonist. Her story.
I mean, she is in Pirates of the Caribbean, so it could. Yeah. She could make a small appearance.
LB said, "Wait, I just watched watched this last night, and I thought Barbosa was still a pirate. Sorry for the spoilers.
He's a pirate at heart.
Thanks, Steven, for spoiling the whole.
Okay, all right.
It's been like 10 years.
Yeah. Okay, so LB, it was part of the Stranger's Tide movie, which is kind of like separate from the other trilogy ones.
Yeah, it was after Elizabeth and Will were like no longer in it, and it was the one with like Blackbeard and his daughter. Yeah,
and Penelope Cruz, who is
his daughter.
It's a very old. Yeah. It reminds me of when my sister was going through all the Star Wars, and I remember I walked in her watching. I can't remember which one she was watching. I think she was watching the second one from the originals, the old school one. So episode 6? Is that what they call it? I don't know what. No, episode. Yeah, no, it's episode 5. New Hope. Yeah. No. The Empire Strikes Back. Yeah. And I remember I walked in on her watching it, and I was like, "Oh, you're watching the one where you find out that Darth Vader is his dad." He's like, "I've never seen any of these, Aaron. Thank you for spoiling." I was like, "It's 100-year-old,
the greatest reveal of all time, and you ruined it for her." I'm like, "You're the worst brother."
But first of all, I'm with Rachel. How do you not know? How do you not know?
That's like saying, "Hey, I'm watching Passion of the Christ," and you're like, "Oh, Jesus dies at the end." You're like, "What?" I'm like, so spoiled.
Jesus dies.
He dies at the end. What are you talking about?
You guys are the worst.
So there's a sequel. How does it come back? Yeah. What?
I thought he escapes.
Oh my god!
They put a boulder in front of it and everything. Like he's dead.
VeggieTales lied to me.
Oh my god.
That's who should be in Pirates of the Sea of Thieves.
No.
VeggieTales? That would be horrible. That would be horrible.
No, after doing that, then they need to bring was it the Lazy Town pirate song?
Oh man. I'd play it in a heartbeat. I'd play it in a heartbeat. That was fire.
Yep. That needs to be like one of the songs you can play too.
Yes. Exactly. That is one of the dopest. That is one of the dopest pirate songs ever. Can't tell me anything.
Yeah, it really is.
We're wrapping up. We're getting up onto an hour. I did want to talk about one thing because last night I binged a whole comic book series. Yeah, a comic book series that they're going to be turning into an Amazon TV show. And I approached, of course, Emma to see if she wanted to do this one, but I don't know if I kind of even want to do this one. But,
are you just tainted from?
I mean, that's pretty much why the old Sweet Tooth, which you guys can check out on BYLOnetwork.com. You can go see the whole thing on the Watch series, but it's a comic book, and LB, you're in chat. Maybe you've heard of this comic book. It's called Paper Girls.
I know that one.
You know about that one?
Yeah,
Have you seen like the full story or read anything on it or anything like
that? Not super. I've read it just like a little bit, but you can spoil it. It's fine.
Okay, so spoilers. I don't think I'm gonna go into. I'm not gonna do it. No, yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna go into spoilers. I'm just gonna give you the.
Don't go to spoilers.
I'm just gonna give you the full synopsis.
LB's already excited.
Yeah, LB.
She's yes. Oh my god, yes.
So the basic setup is it's about 4 12-year-old paper girls. And it's a coming of age tale as well. There's 30 issues, by the way. I just kind of blasted through it all last night, and it was one of those things where the story in the comic books, the reason why I think I blasted the whole thing all last night is because the story doesn't stop. Like it's just it goes and goes. Oh, this just happened. This just happened. This just happened. It's not one of those. I never ran into an issue where I was reading it and then the interesting stuff happens at the end of the comic book. Like it was just always on the go. And then you get, of course, your cliffhangers at the end of the issue that lead you into the next one. But it was good. LB in chat said it's one of my favorites. I still need to read the last volume though. Okay, so then I definitely won't be saying anything. But yeah, they're going to be making an Amazon show off this one. They picked their 4 leading girls in this.
Anybody we
no, all new newcomers because they're supposed to be 12-year-old girls. So unless you know any, I don't know, really young actresses, I don't either. So
no.
And the actresses they picked look spot on to the characters that they're going to be playing, which is pretty dope. So
is this a mature?
No, not a mature series. It's a teenage series.
By mature, just like bloody, gory. People getting ripped apart.
No, I mean they deal with maybe some mature themes, but nothing so crazy that you'd be like, whoa, why are they exposing my children's eyes to this? Like nothing crazy.
Because I'm just going off of like The Boys and like Invincible.
No, nowhere near that.
I was
nowhere near that.
Like similar in like
nowhere near that. Think Stranger Things, but all of them are girls. All the main 4 boys are all girls now.
Okay,
that's what it is.
I mean, it doesn't sound bad.
Yeah.
So it's like supernatural-ish series.
Yeah,
like,
you get a little sci-fi. You get a little. When is the show out? LB. That is, I don't know yet. I can't find that information. I just see news on them picking characters, actresses to be characters, and actors to be other characters in the show as well.
You're probably a year out.
Yeah, so it's probably next year or something like that.
Next year.
At the soonest, yeah.
Yeah, but it's an interesting story. It's a very interesting story about, like I said, there's sci-fi in it. There's you get a little bit of time traveling in it. And then it's just, like I said, it's a coming of age story about 4 girls from 1988. That's why I also said Stranger Things, because it throws you back into 1988 is what it does. Yeah.
Interesting.
So, but it's, I don't know. I don't want to go into spoilers because, like I said, who knows what we'll do with this one in the future. We'll see.
Keep it mysterious. Sounds good though.
Yeah.
I think you guys should do a watch series on Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. You want me
to watch it?
I just think you need to get Emma to watch it and enjoy it.
To get Emma to watch a full series of anime.
And you can break it apart. You can do seasons. I don't care. I just think you guys need to do that whole thing.
First of all, I would love to go over that again, because I'm currently reading a book that is not inspired or anything, but like, if you like the Full Metal Alchemist, then you'll like A Darker Shade of Magic. LB and Chad, you're probably familiar with the series, and it's really Full Metal Alchemist. Like it's Full Metal Alchemist. But see, that's the thing. A good friend of ours, Emma, is a self-proclaimed hater of animes, but we all know it's a secret lie that she is the biggest weeb on the planet.
But she loves Miyazaki films. She loves Yu-Gi-Oh. She loves Cardcaptor Sakura. But I hate anime.
Yeah. So if we ever got her to watch Full Metal Alchemist, that would be, which is one of my favorite, if not one of my favorites.
It's just solid gold.
Okay. Yes. I'm going to say I hate Full Metal Alchemist, the show. Brotherhood, perfection.
Yeah, Brotherhood is perfect, yes.
It's just right there.
I know, but it's also Scott Pilgrim, so it's like, ooh.
Yeah, but it's
is that you're wearing a shirt? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a comedy.
Should he not be wearing a shirt? What kind of podcast is this?
There we go, everybody.
Do I want to be famous?
Oh my god.
But we'll see where that goes. LB and Chess says Full Metal Alchemist is my fave. It's a long story, but my husband proposed to me with the Brotherhood DVDs, and then in a hidden theme at our wedding. Wow,
that's awesome. Nice.
Wow. You know what? You're not the first person I've heard that where they've slid kind of like a little nerdy theme into their wedding when it kind of looks like, oh, this is a traditional wedding. My cousin, he had the Star Trek little communicator looking things or whatever on Next Generation. Yes. On all the groomsmen, right?
That's
and then
awesome.
Under he wore his Green Lantern shirt, and then their vows, it was like do you take her to be your wife in brightest day and darkest night? And when the priest said that, I literally was the only one that I felt like in the church that was like, oh my God, this is happening. Like the core, he snuck in the core into his vows. Wow. That is dope. That is
amazing.
Dope. He's a gigantic Lord of the Rings fan. Because I remember during his graduation birthday, or not graduation birthday, but his graduation party, he got the sword that glows, Rachel, whenever there's the sword
that glows.
Whenever the whatchamacallit, there's a orc around.
Sting?
Whatever. Okay.
Oh, the knife.
It's a dagger. Yeah, it's a dagger.
Yeah, he got that and he geeked out when he got that.
That's really cool,
like,
though.
All right,
I love that.
Yeah, it's dope though. I like when people slide that type of stuff into their lives and people don't notice. It's like, yeah, it's around you. It's everywhere, everybody. Embrace it. Embrace it. All right, let's wrap this thing up. We've been going on for 6 hours.
No.
Wait, are we forgetting something? What are we forgetting?
Loki.
Oh, yeah.
We all watched Loki. We have to talk about Loki. We have to.
Yes, we do have to talk about Loki. Episode 2 came out. And you know what?
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Throwing that out there.
Yeah, we'll throw that in
probably there. Episode 2, probably episode 1. I don't know.
I'm still waiting for it to ramp up. I'm still waiting for it to ramp up. It's kind of on the side for me right now.
I don't know. I hate that you can't appreciate like it building up the story right now, because like right now it's not built like a TV show where there's like a big huge main event for each episode. It's one, like, think of a giant movie that they're just breaking up into episodes. So it's just like it's a build up to the actual story overall. Well,
here's the other thing. I personally wasn't the biggest fan of the Loki character. So so that's why I was like, okay, he's gonna show cool Loki, yay.
Yeah.
But
that's
like I
felt too.
I felt like there were some directorial choices that could have been cut or made out. The salad scene when he's explaining where a variant could be and hide. Could have cut that down a little bit.
No, I liked it. It adds a character and everything.
We're adding everything. I'm like, you could have just taken out like a book and shown me.
No, I feel like it just adds to his character, and like kind of like him and is his name Mulder? What's his name?
Morbius.
Mobius.
Owen Wilson. So Loki and Owen Wilson. I don't know. That's just like their characters like connecting more, and so I don't mind like those small, like maybe a little drawn out scenes like that. I like it. It builds it up for me.
He did, and he did have a good scene in there. LB's talking about the scene where he gets all technical about duplication versus projection. That was a good. I liked that. I really did like that scene where he
and I liked Owen Wilson's and his response to him. He's like, "All right, calm down. It's okay."
Yeah. Well, yeah, he said, well, Professor Loki over here. I was like, yeah, okay, so like that stuff is good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like I first of all, it was easy to read his character. It's like, okay, yeah, he wants to take over the TSA or whatever. The TSA.
TSA.
TVA.
That's not that hard.
Same thing. Same organization. Same organization.
I mean, I feel like that's always been Loki's character though. Like, sorry to interrupt, Steven. I was just gonna say, like, Loki, he's like, he wants to be chaotic and all that stuff, but he's always predictable. Even Thor said that at one point. He's like, you're predictable. You do the same tricks over and over and over, so people could read him.
Yeah, and I think maybe that's why I was kind of meh on it.
Yeah.
Probably because he's never really been tested. Besides, the same people, which is his brother, who's easy to fool with the same tricks.
Yeah, he's a dumb meathead, so yeah, he's easy to fool.
Wow!
Him,
he is Thor, beautiful man, but all muscle, no brain.
Him taking on himself, and then him getting the realization that his world and stuff is so small, like in comparison to the rest of the universe. You know what I mean? Like. In that first episode, him seeing the Infinity Stones is just like devastating, because he's like, this is
Yeah.
How do you have the greatest power in our known universe just in the desk as just paperweights?
And there's multiple of them. Like,
yeah, and it's just like, so that's just like mind blowing to him. And then you see him just kind of get crushed by all this other stuff, and he's not used to that because before it took a whole team of people to even take him out, or a Hulk. You know what I mean? Like, and now he's getting punched by just a guard.
Yeah, and I feel like that's why he's like overcompensating and trying to be like, oh, it's such a show off. Like, here's this, here's that, and like over explaining things because he feels like he has to make up for his lack of power by like his infinite knowledge. And he's like, hey, I'm smart. I'm actually really useful.
But when he was challenged on his thoughts and ideas, it was like, okay, if you get power, then what? He didn't really have an answer for it. So then it's just like, where are you gonna go from there, bro? Like I'm like, you couldn't.
He's still thinking it out. He wants to, obviously, but he's still thinking about it because like he doesn't really know everything that's going on with the Time Lords, I will say.
Wow.
I don't get the reference.
Oh,
terrible.
Wow.
He gets the reference.
He does.
He's a
how
proper
dare you.
Hoovian.
But yeah, he's still like trying to figure out, like, they're like, to him now, they're the new infinite power, like immortal being. So he's like, all right, what makes him tick? So once he figures that out, he'll have a solid plan.
I mean, I hope there's some growth and progression with this character that, you know, well, because I feel like, I think I read somewhere that they already greenlit season 2 for this one before it's even
weren't doing
done.
Another one.
I thought it was just a miniseries like the other two.
I read somewhere that they're going to do a second one or a season 2. It may not even be Tom Hiddleston in it. Maybe a variant, you know,
different variant.
Yeah. Speaking of variants, how did you feel about that ending reveal? Was it predictable for you guys, or?
Oh yeah, hands down.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't going to be like another Hiddleston. I knew it was going to be. I knew it was going to be female Loki because I think that was spoiled for me online. People said that.
Yeah,
before.
Mine was a lot of that.
Mine was spoiled on TikTok, but like I kind of already guessed it was going to be either Kid Loki or female Loki. But people have been saying like a theory that that's actually not female Loki, and I'm like, you know what? I could see that.
I saw one that people think that's Enchantress.
Yep, that's the one
Yeah.
And there's like a few things just because like all the variants they showed, they all have black hair, and it'd be kind of weird for them to like give female Loki blonde hair. It just seems kind of weird, random. But then also like her powers, when he was fighting himself, he's like, I would never treat myself this way. I don't know. I feel like there's like little hints, but it could be me reading into shit, just like WandaVision. So we'll see.
But that's what Disney and Marvel want you to do, though. They want you to read into it. They want you to come up with
I'm not getting
the
my
crazy.
hopes up again. I'm not making theories.
That WandaVision was the last one because every single theory that I thought and that could possibly be just kind of went down the drain like big time. I was like, they could have opened it up in so many different things. And I think that's one of the, not the problem, but one of the kind of the issues of having a week in and week out type of series. You have time in between to sit with your thoughts and come up with crazy conspiracies and stuff like that. And then go pour through the episode over.
Pandemic time, what else do you have to do besides come up with theories?
Exactly. So with this, with Loki, I'm taking it kind of as at face value.
You're taking it kind of low key.
All right.
Get
all right.
it?
And that's what it is. All right, everybody. It's been a great episode, though. We talked a little E3. We talked a little low key. We got some comic book stuff in there.
Just use her joke.
What joke?
Oh no, we talked about low key. Low-key.
I'm done with both.
All right.
I'm done with both of you. You both go into pun jail.
It's infectious. It's infectious.
You're terrible people. You're terrible.
It's infectious.
LB says that he hopes, or if she's the Loki exploring the shape-shifting ability and the gender fluidity.
So my coworker asked me about this and about the gender fluidness of Loki, and I was like, yeah, I mean, the thing that I don't know the most is like, would you even treat them like they're on the same plane as humans? Like, what our concept of genders could be way different from what they perceive anything. So we look at it as like, that's male, that's female, but they could just be like, no, this is just a form for me.
Yeah, I feel like as guardians, maybe, but because he does have like that, I don't know, that ability to transform and transform themselves, like maybe they just feel like, yeah, it's fluid. So like I feel like they are gender fluid as well as pansexual and everything, because they'll just kind of like, I don't care, I'll have sex with anything. Like I like you.
Well, see, in like Norse mythology, Loki does stuff like that all the time.
Oh yeah,
like,
I mean, Loki had 2 kids. Like he gave birth to kids, so I mean, already like even like Norse mythology, gender fluid.
He I think there's a story where he transforms into a horse, gets impregnated by a horse,
and has an 8-legged horse.
Gives birth to the 8-legged horse.
That's why.
And then their other kid is like a giant wolf too, like a dire wolf type of thing.
Fenrir,
yeah.
So that's why I'm like, that's why I think I told him, I was like, I wouldn't think of it in our limited concepts. Like, I think it's more open. But I think it's more open than that. You just said a horse also and a wolf.
That's because like they're gods in our mythology, but they're not actual gods in MCU. They're Asgardians, so they're like another like like, you know, almost like a humanized like alien species. Yeah, and they refer to themselves as like female, male, and like they do use pronouns and genders. So I kind of feel like, yeah, gender fluidity would be a thing, but they're probably more chill about it.
I don't know if they'll go into it. LB, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what they do. We'll have to see what they do.
But there's some representation.
So yeah, that's it. All right then, Steven, anything you want to say before we log off?
Yeah, actually, yes. So we're episode 91, right?
Correct, Amundo.
Okay, so we want to do a contest. I forgot to mention this last time, for like some type of probably like a game giveaway or something for the episode 100. And to enter this I guess giveaway, we really want or hoping for people to submit reviews of the podcast to help us gain some traction on the interwebs, so that our podcast can get, you know, across to more people. So to enter the contest, I'm thinking that we should have people, if you submit a review, hopefully 5 stars, and then put it in our Discord or Underground, that will get you entered into the raffle to win.
But where would they submit the review? Like,
good question, Rachel.
So like,
no, the original review. Where are they going to see? So even the chat's asking, where are they submitting the review? Not the Discord. Where are they writing the review? Put it that way.
Oh, I would say either like iTunes or I don't think Spotify does reviews. That would be great.
It's just iTunes basically. That's the only thing
Apple
right now.
iTunes for the most part. I believe Stitcher does them if you listen on Stitcher, but I'm not really sure how it works.
Ooh, I don't know. Do we like Stitcher in chat? I'm gonna ask that question before you keep going.
Oh yeah, no. Google anything that you can rate and review. So
anywhere you can rate and review, any place for
any place you can rate and review. Just
that we're streaming
submit us a either like a screenshot Discord, and then so that way we can verify, and then we'll do a random pool for the 100. And maybe we'll give out some more prizes too.
We'll get everything all kind of squared away by at least episode 95. That way you'll still have 5 more episodes to do everything.
Yes, but I wanted to throw it out there.
Yeah, into the multiverse.
To do it right away or whenever they can.
And then we'll let people know as well on our social medias, which you can follow us all. It's just Before You Log Off on everything except for. No, just go to Before You Log Off Twitter. Our email is Before You Log Off at Gmail. Our website is actually BYLOnetwork.com. com. Because I don't think we activated the before you log off.com one. But yeah. And maybe we'll even do a little thing where we can set up like a little comment section on the website too. And maybe they can, post the stuff there. We still got a lot of stuff to work out on that thing as well. But we're coming up on episode 100 and some interesting things in the works. So stick around for that, of course. Rachel, what? I didn't hear. What did she say?
I said hi.
Oh, okay. It cut out for me. Sorry.
Oh, my bad.
Is there anything you'd like to say before we log off?
I wish I could end this on a really good pun, but I can't think of anything.
Oh, thank God.
So, hey, this brings in all the viewers and listeners. So,
thank God.
You're welcome.
Brings in something. Wow. All right, then. That's it, everybody. Again, don't forget to hit us up on all the social medias and check out all the other shows that we got going on. And then actually in the works still, a new season of Hello Insomnia. And that's literally around the corner. So, a lot of stuff.
Got a lot of work to do.
So for Toughest Stones, Rachel.
Hey.
And the internationally known Steven Gutierrez.
Hey.
I am Sir Aaron Carter saying that is enough internet for today.